Hello everyone, this is Nitin Mohur and today we are going to see the IC555 functional block diagram. IC555, as it is called timer also, it's basically a monolithic timing circuit, means it is made out of single crystal and it's basically introduced in 1970 by Signetic Corporation. It is used to generate accurate and stable time intervals or time delays by connecting the components like resistors and capacitors externally to this IC. It is equally reliable and cheap like operational amplifier IC 741. It is available as 8-pin or 14-pin and in the various packages like DIP, that is dual inline package, and round metal can package. How actually this dual inline package, that is DIP, and round metal can package looks like, that we'll see here. So this is 8-pin DIP, that is dual inline package. Basically this IC555 timer has got 8 pins like this. Supply pins, that is pin number 1 and 8. Then pin number 2, that is trigger. Pin number 3 where the output of IC is taken, that is pin number 3. Pin number 4, that is reset pin. Pin number 5, that is control voltage pin. Pin number 6, that is threshold pin. Pin number 7, that is discharge pin. And these two are the power supply pins. It can be available in 8-pin and 14-pin also, where these supply pins will be common and remaining pins will be repeated. So far the metal can package or VCA is concerned, the top view of the metal can package looks like this. We are having different pins in a circular way here. Some of the characteristics of timer IC555 are as follows. It can operate or it is operated on between plus 5 volts to plus 18 volts and it can sink or source 200 milliamperes of load current. It can easily drive TTL logic and this is possible because it has got high current output. Timer's duty cycle. This timer's duty cycle is one of the important parameter of the timer IC and it is defined as the percentage ratio of time for which the output pulse remain on or high to the total period of pulse, and it is adjustable. That's why we can write this duty cycle definition in terms of formula as duty cycle is equal to T on upon T on plus T off whole multiplied by 100, because duty cycle is generally expressed in percentage. As an example, here one symmetrical waveform is shown and here we can clearly see that its total time period is, that is T on plus T off, is from this point to this point, while T on is from this point to this point for which the waveform remains on. So here, according to this formula, T on upon T on plus T off. Now here, since it is a symmetrical waveform, T on plus T off is exactly double to that of T on and therefore we will get here 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 100, that gives me 50 and that is 50% duty cycle. This waveform is, this output is having the 50% duty cycle. Maximum power dissipation per package of IC555 is around 600 milliwatt. It can be used in various modes like monostable, bistable and astable mode. I mean, these are the multi-vibrators, basically the square wave generators. IC555, when it is designated with some prefix SE or NE, and these SE and NE are the temperature designations, and SE and NE, they represent the military applications and NE represents the commercial applications. Accordingly, the temperature range differs. So SE555 indicates the temperature range from minus 55 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius, while NE555 represents the temperature range from 0 degree to 70 degrees Celsius. Here this is the diagram or block diagram, you can say, of IC555 where the internal structure is shown. It consists of two comparators, A1 and A2, which are called as threshold comparator and trigger comparator. The upper one is threshold and the lower one is trigger comparator. One RS flip-flop connected to the outputs of the comparators as shown. Due to set of 3 resistors, now see why the name IC555 is there. Due to set of 3 resistors of 5 kilo ohms each connected between plus VCC and ground, this IC is identified as IC555 timer. And due to these 3 resistors 5 kilo ohm each, which are connected between plus 5 volts to ground, the reference voltages are divided as, now there are different voltages are divided in 2 different parts. For example, the reference voltage for comparator A1, right, for comparator A1, because the voltage which you are getting between this point, that is control voltage point, and ground, this will be 2/3 VCC, while the voltage which we are getting between this point and this ground will be VCC by 3. These reference voltages have control over timings. Now 2/3 VCC which we are getting here and 1/3 VCC we are getting here. These reference voltages have control over timings, and these can be varied by applying the voltage to control voltage input terminal. So by applying some voltage here to control voltage terminal, you can have the variations or control over the timings of the output waveform. Otherwise, generally a bypass capacitor is connected between pin number 5, that is control voltage pin, and ground to bypass the unwanted ripple, that is noise, from the power supply. Output of comparator A1 and A2, they are connected to set and reset inputs of flip-flop. Discharge pin 7 is driven by the Q output, that is Q output of the flip-flop, while output of IC555 is taken at Q bar, that is pin number 3. Resistor R and C, this resistor R and capacitor C connected to discharge pin, while this discharge pin is shorted with the threshold pin, which is shown by the dotted line here. When flip-flop sets, now when we call the flip-flop as a set flip-flop set means Q will be 1 and Q bar will be 0. So naturally Q goes high, which provides the necessary forward bias to this transistor. And since the forward bias is provided to the transistor, the capacitor which was initially charged because of this supply now start discharging through this transistor to ground, which leads now, because of this discharging action of the capacitor, the voltage which we are getting at 0.7 goes on decreasing, and this, since this is connected to the threshold pin, the voltage at pin number 6 also goes on lowering. When triggering pulse at trigger input have amplitude less than VCC by 3, now here at pin number 2, when the triggering pulse which we are applying is having the voltage amplitude less than VCC by 3, and we know at the another point, that is at the another terminal of the comparator A2, there is a reference voltage VCC by 3. So here VCC by 3 voltage is there, and when because of the triggering pulse, the voltage at this second pin of the lower comparator goes below VCC by 3. At that time, this Q bar becomes 1, and since Q bar becomes 1, the flip-flop gets reset, Q bar becomes 1, and that's why Q becomes 0, which sets the transistor off. Since the transistor gets off, now the capacitor starts again charging towards VCC through this resistor R, and because of this, the voltage at this point 7 increases, thereby the threshold voltage goes on increasing. When the threshold voltage reaches the point 2/3 VCC, since reference voltage here that is at the control voltage pin, is 2/3 VCC. So as soon as this voltage at the threshold pin reaches 2/3 VCC, the output of comparator A1 goes high, which sets the flip-flop, and therefore Q becomes 1 and the transistor turns on. Capacitor now, as soon as this transistor turns on, the comparator now starts discharging through it to ground potential. Reset input is normally held at high because it's active low. Since flip-flop gets clear independent of S input when reset is less than 0.4 volts. Thus, it is deactivated by connecting it to plus VCC. Timer IC, so far the applications are concerned, it can be used as a stable multivibrator having no stable state, monostable multivibrator having one stable state, bistable multivibrator having two stable states. It can also be used as a pulse waveform and square wave generator, timer switch, a lamp dimmer, wiper speed control, and many more such applications are there. So this IC555 is a versatile IC which can have a variety of applications, and this is affordable to use considering its reliability, considering its price, considering its durability. I hope the block diagram, functional block diagram of IC555 is clear to you, along with the working of IC555 block diagram and other features of IC555. Thank you so much.